Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders that took place in Idaho, Moscow, on the 13th of November 2022. May the four victims rest in peace, justice to their families, justice to everyone, condolence to their families, and may the correct justice be served. This is for entertainment purpose only. I'd like to start by thanking JLR, who was boots on the ground. I'm happy that JLR has saved this video because, as we are aware, this video is being blurred out now, the faces of these young three gentlemen, because according to the news, they are minors, which I do not agree. Minor is someone who's under 18 years old, 18 years of age. They're clearly not under 18. One is 19, two are 20 years old. They're just under the age of drinking liquor. I've heard some YouTube creators saying that they don't see anything wrong in this clip. They believe that these are just three young men who went out to party, they've been drinking, and they got stopped by the plainclothes officers or undercover cops, like we call them. Now, I'll tell you, personally, to start with, this is for fair use purpose. Please like, share, and subscribe at JRR's channel. He's good in updating the latest news. These three young men, I disagree with anyone who believes that the Banfield body cam does not carry a lot of content. I really do believe it carries a lot of red flags. I've explained to you all before that these three young gentlemen did not stop when the police asked them to stop. They continued going, although the police officer had to shine the torch at them. He had to run after them. And when they finally came to a stop, one immediately turned and walked towards the police officer. The other two, with the check shirts, kept on continuing walking. I would have been, if I was the undercover cops, obviously they did not know then, but I hope the detectives investigated properly this and analyze this video well. Another thing is, it's a bit too late because these three young men could have thrown anything in the Banfield area since they refused to stop. We know that usually police officers, when they notice that somebody is resisting to stop for the officers, they put them under arrest, even temporary, just to make sure that everything checks out. They check their pockets, they check everything. But that did not happen in this case. They were in fact having a lengthy conversation, laughing with the officer, saying that they believe they did not stop because they thought that the officer was fake, which I don't find funny. I do understand that they're plain-clothed officers. But when the officer tells you to stop and you can see a torch on you, and the officer addressed them by saying, "Police, Moscow police," they refused to stop. They were asked, where did they come from? They did not know. The third one finally said, "We came from a party over there." Then the officer said, "Do you remember whose party it was? Who was the host of the party?" The other two were like, "No, I don't remember." And then the third one said, "I think the guy's name was Matt." The officers did not bother to investigate it. I would have said, "Take me to Matt's house," and checked if there was any other underage drinking going on there. But that didn't happen. So I really believe these three young men came allegedly from the Kings Road house. The reason I say it is even a child would understand the direction they came from. And then the timelines were said to be between 3 to 4 a.m. exactly the time they were walking around. They were stopped at 3:01. Somebody called the police on them because this call in Banfield, a call was made. That was what the news said. The police came because they were called on duty. I wonder who called them. I wonder what was the purpose they called them. And I believe it was to distract the police. Now, this is very important. The officer has gone inside his car. He has his door open and he's trying to obviously check with the office, the police office, if the date of birth and the names are giving the names that they gave the police and the date of birth confirms that it's correct information. Now look at these two, what they're doing. They both have a mobile device in their hand. They took it out of their pockets. They both are going through it. This is the third person who has a mobile device in his hand. You have Saeed, the guy in the Banfield body cam, who's standing and talking to the other officer who had 2 beer cans in his hand. He's over 21, so obviously the officers let him go because they said the cans of beers wasn't open, which makes sense. Then we had the grub truck video with all of these young people watching their mobiles, standing in a group and watching it. I want to know what was so fascinating for everyone to be putting up their mobile devices that night. Could it be because a crime, a quadruple murder was possibly going on? The reason that I ask is I've mentioned it many times and I've shown you clearly the guy Saeed, who has on the cap, who's been stopped first in the Banfield, although you can't see clearly what he's watching, and I zoomed in the camera to show you all, he was watching, I personally believe, something that looked like red liquid. It looked like people were gagged up or something like that. Everyone can watch it and make their own conclusion. I made that clip a couple of weeks ago, so if you go further down and watch the Banfield clips that I personally have analyzed, I'm not saying I'm an expert in analyzing such things because we don't know what they're watching in their phone devices. But I needed to show you all this because this doesn't make sense to me. There's something that they really are determined to watch on their mobile devices. So I'll just play it a bit and watch what goes on.
So likely what's going to happen, because you're all underage, what grade are you guys in? What year are you?
Freshman.
You guys are all freshmen?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys had any cop talks or anything like that with our 2 campus officers?
Yeah.
Buzinski, Morris? Okay.
Yeah.
So none of this is a surprise. They've explained this all. They've given all the warnings, stuff like that, okay?
Sure.
So you guys going to hang out for me? I know it's cold. I apologize. We'll try to get to this as quickly as we can. Maybe get you some citations. We'll catch you loose, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good? All right. Good. Negative. He's been released from the scene. Thank you, though. What's that? No, he showed me a picture of it. I don't know if it was a 2-part blast, and I don't know if I messed that up, but he showed me a valid picture of his ID. I can even see the hologram in it. Do you want to give me more of their info and I'll start?
I got his address in front of me right now.
Okay. Actually, go ahead with that.
Address first?
Yeah.
701 West Bruce.
Okay. No prescription. And phone number?
973
Okay.
508
Okay.
5111.
111. Perfect.
He's actually laughing, the one in the middle. While I was watching this, I came across something. Pay attention to the middle one. He starts searching his pockets. He starts touching his upper pocket and he looks down. Could it be possible that he allegedly remembered that he has one glove missing? It just came across me, the thoughts. Because pay attention to, he has the glove that I keep on saying that he has one glove on. Some people said, no, we can't see a glove. He has it in his upper pocket on the right-hand side. He has a black thing, and if you come closer and zoom in, you see it is a glove. It's something dark, but if you keep on watching the whole clip, you will notice that sometimes he has it on and sometimes he takes it off. Now watch how he's searching for whatever is missing. He has his mobile device with him, so I don't think it's mobile device that's missing. Could it be the glove? Just a thought. Just pay attention to the middle one. You see? He has one glove there. He's touching all his pockets. These boys need to be investigated properly. They look so nervous. It's not only that it's cold, it is cold, but you can see they're very anxious.
You've not? Okay.
Why are they so focused on their phones? I'm sorry, I think I made a mistake. He has one glove on. So it's the other glove he's searching for.
Pretty good. Gonna be last of Regan, Robert, Edward, George, Adam, Nora. First of Peter, common spelling, middle B, boy. DOB is 2003, North Idaho. Do you write these MIC or MIP?
You can see his shoes, that's clearly a Vans. Look at his pant. There's something not right. His pants look either that they have dry or wet stains, but he has some kind of stains on his pants. I don't know exactly where these boys have been. Just pay attention to them, please.
Do you write these MIC or MIP? code for, thank you.
What's 701 Taylor address?
Okay.
They just look very anxious.
Sorry guys, almost done.
I can't believe the officers actually are apologizing to them instead of restraining them and checking what they could have in their pockets, because these boys ran away.
You're on the 7st? Okay.
And why do they keep on looking behind?
All right,
See,
Peter.
there goes the mobile.
All right, man. Here's your ID back.
Thank you.
So it's infraction ticket, so it's not a misdemeanor, nothing criminal, just like that.
Okay, cool.
Your info's up here. Driver's license information.
Yes, sir.
Charge can be minor in consumption.
Okay.
Idaho code. Here's the location. Either paid by the 1st of December, 2022 at 8:30.
You know how much it would be?
At the courthouse, I do. If you could sign the yellow there, the charge for MIC MIP is $487.50.
Okay.
So, thanks, man.
Thank you.
I'll get you a copy here.
Thank you.
It is cold, but they're very anxious. Look at their breathing manners. And why are they dressed with so thin clothes?
All right, man. Any questions for me? With that, yeah, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, you too, man. All right, guys, almost done with yours.
What is the middle one searching for? Look at him. He must have noticed he has one glove in the upper pocket. The other one is gone. Now watch properly how these two have their phones on. They're watching something on the phones. They look at each other. They laugh. People can possibly say that these are young boys. They're just watching something on their phone and just laughing. I don't think so. It can't be a coincidence. This is happening exactly at you can look at the time, 3:02. The figures running will be in 10 minutes, 3:12. The black truck driving by that we've seen Dylan in some pictures is going to go soon too, or has already passed. Hers is passed at exactly at 3 or 3:05. All these things are happening at the same times. You can go to JLR's channel, but you'll have to scroll way behind or just write down the Banfield clip and you will see that. I can't put up the link because it's not my clip, but just that you'll see this is really important. I want to know why the boys in Banfield are busy with their mobile devices when they're standing right in front of officers that they ran away from. I want to know why the boys in the grub truck are all gathered around, boys and girls, and laughing. And it can't be a football game that they're watching because the Vandals game was way over. We have Madison's jacket lying somewhere behind the bushes over there. What is happening here? Have these 3 boys been investigated? What is the young man in the middle searching for? He's touching his pockets like he lost something. Something fell off, and it makes more sense to me that it is a glove. It's a winter day, it's a cold day. He wouldn't be roaming around with one glove if he was using to protect himself against the winter, unless he was using it for some other incidents that he was going to commit, allegedly. And if you pay attention to the glove when he's in the field, if you get a clearer picture and you pay attention to it, it's not a normal glove. It's a long glove, and I think it's those gloves that protect you against, y'all know what I mean. So I need to know what these 3 boys are up to, and I hope the police would have explained it. But they went and they blurred their faces, and I think that's on purpose, because these are not minors. 2 of them are 20 years old, 1 of them is 19. So they're far from minors. Now you have these 2 on the mobile device. If you rewind a bit, you will notice the other one's on his mobile too. They all are laughing, watching something at the same time, and this is really disturbing and sickening for me, because I personally do not believe that they're just watching something funny on their mobile. Nobody will pick up a mobile and start watching it when you're standing in front of officers. I don't understand why these officers did not check their pockets to begin with, because these 3 young men ran away from the officers. I've never seen an incident like this. Please like, share, and subscribe. Justice for the 4 victims. May the real suspects be found, because nothing seems to be adding up that it is Brian Kohberger. Many people just want to execute him. Many people just want him to get the death penalty, but this is a life we are talking about. We need to be certain that Brian Christopher Kohberger committed this crime. Nothing here adds up. The police themselves, Chief Fry, said that he corrected the Fox News reporter when she asked the witnesses, the roommates that are witnesses. He said, no, I never said they were witnesses. I just said they were there. What does that mean? That means the chief himself had doubts over his own students. When and why was the timeline changed? Something happened between 3 to 4. Look at all the movements happening around with these 3 here. The grub truck, the 4 to 5 figures running, the big truck driving by, which we've seen DM taking pictures with. Some people said it's not even a truck. She took pictures with a big black truck. That says a lot. DM has been lying, and so has Quinn Kelly, her boyfriend, because they deleted all their social media on VSOP. They had masks on that night, and I really want to know what happened, because the surviving roommates were busy texting each other. Now, when you are in a state of shock, it doesn't take 8 hours to call 911. And it definitely, and if you're in shock, you wouldn't be texting each other. The roommates knew about what was going on. I'm not saying, I can't even say allegedly anymore. The more things come out, the more we know that DM and BF knew what was happening. So did they call BK to the scene? Did BK come for some other purpose? Like maybe buying drugs, allegedly? Because the cab driver, or the taxi driver, not the one that drove the girls home, another cab driver said in the article to Idaho News, it was written in the newspapers, he said this was a place you would come to buy drugs. I don't want to disrespect the victims. I'm not saying that they were behind it. People could have been storing up drugs in the house without them even knowing. Whatever happened to these students, these victims, they deserve the justice. And I believe that the fraternity boys, especially the Sigma Chi boys, are involved. I'm saying it out there because they were under the microscope. They were under investigation. Xana and Eaton were there. How come the police aren't telling us about the timelines of Xana and Eaton? Last time I knew is they were asking the public to come and say how many people saw them in the party. How come nobody's owning up? It's because it's the Greek lifestyle. They don't snitch. They have the policy of not telling. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Whatever happens in the Greek style life stays in the Greek style life. This isn't one murder we're talking about. We're talking about 4 precious lives gone too soon. Somebody needs to talk. And this needs to be investigated. I don't think the Banfield body cam and the grub truck was invested enough. And imagine if you just had a camera, if you are allowed to see what actually happened in the corner club where it all started. Justice for the victims. Please like, share and subscribe. And thank you, JLR. This is for fair use purpose.